we've got some new trade war numbers, and there are a couple of surprises. First, the negatives. The Chinese are still not buying our stuff. Now, partly that's due to a drop in recyclable material. But U.S. exports to China in the first quarter down nearly 19%. That's a $6 billion drop, with a hit to U.S. GDP of 0.04%. But I want you to take a look at these numbers. I find them more interesting. Overall container traffic here at the nation's busiest port complex is up year to date because imports are up, meaning tariffs are still being paid. But look at this across the country. Despite the drop in U.S. cargo to China, overall U.S. loaded exports are up 0.3%, meaning someone is buying our stuff. And are American consumers paying a price for the trade war? Depends on what you buy, but overall inflation is still only 2%. Oh, yeah, companies are doing a workaround so they don't have to pay any tariffs at all.
The Chinese factory might own a production site in Vietnam. They simply move the production from China to Vietnam. The Chinese factory still makes the profit, but the U.S. importer is not taxed because the goods are coming out of Vietnam.
Now, Ferreira says his Fortune 100 companies are paying at least 20% more for tariff goods. Walmart paying $250 million, Amazon paying $1 billion in tariffs. Not China, Walmart and Amazon. Now, while these new higher tariffs meaningfully impact GDP and inflation, or will they just be really good for Vietnam? Kelly, stay tuned.
Jane, I think that's so interesting that there are ways. I mean, when you say workarounds, we basically mean, sure, it's still made in China, but they send it to Vietnam or someplace. They do a little bit of work, or maybe they don't even, right? But they stamp it from there.
Well, or maybe they even outsource and have it made in Vietnam. It's all this sort of like, how can we game it? This ship behind me, for example, did not have a port of call in the Chinese mainland. It came from Taiwan. So all of these companies have been planning, either they were front loading their imports or planning ways that they can do it, but it costs money and takes time to fix your supply chain that way, to redo it.
All right. And meanwhile, so the port, if it's just worried about losing business overall from this, you're saying not so much.
Oh, no. No. Oh, no. The ports are doing fine. The ports are doing fine. The importers are paying these tariffs, not China, but the ports, there's traffic coming in and out.